Rodeo Stories, presented by Pivot Bio.
Hey Tyler, finally I get to show up at your home, get to see how you practice. Tell us about where are we? I mean, this is not Gonzales, Louisiana like your address says. It goes a little deeper than that.
Yeah, we're just a little bit outside of Gonzales. We're in Ascension Parish down here where we're at. We have tons of good Cajun food, a lot of great people down here. I mean, it's a heck of a place to grow up and live.
Okay, so we're getting ready to go out here to the sandbox.
Yeah.
This is where it happens. This is where you learn to bulldog, I assume?
Absolutely, yes sir. My dad and I, since I was been a little kid, has been in this arena just about every day we could.
All right, I know when people say it takes a village, when you come to Louisiana, especially this place, it really is a village that has helped raise you.
Absolutely, we got tons of great guys that come here every afternoon, come help us bulldog, help push steers. We got several of them over cooking and all kinds of stuff. Every day is like a big party around here. Everybody always has a good time.
Hey, that's the Cajun way.
That's it.
All right, let's go meet everybody.
Let's go.
I see some familiar faces.
We got Talon Roseland and Cash Robb over here. My dad over here in the blue jean shirt, he's
Hey, Mike.
kind of the one that runs everything around here, keeps us all going. And my wife, Sarah, she's normally on a horse or riding around here giving everybody else hell. So.
All right, and we are literally in your folks' backyard.
That's Mom and Daddy's houses right here.
Right there. And so you and Sarah live right across the pasture.
Sarah and I are right across the pasture, just the next house down.
How old were you when you started bulldogging real cattle? 8, 9, 10?
Probably, yeah, somewhere in there.
Did you know then that you wanted to do this for a living?
I always wanted to do it whenever I was little just because Dad did it. I had no intentions whenever I was a little bitty boy of going to the national finals or doing any of that kinds of stuff. Just as we kept progressing, I mean, every stage that Dad kept getting me to, we'd go to the junior rodeos, onto the high school rodeos, onto the amateur rodeos. We kept progressing, and like the years that I would get beat, it just made me want to come back home, and he and I would get in the practice pen. We worked that much harder. And then finally we got to where, I guess about 2015, whenever it was, I was in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and I won third or so at the rodeo. And everybody said if you got to 75,000 at the time, you were for sure in. And I remember calling Dad. I told him, I said, hey, I said, what you doing for the first 10 days in Vegas? I said, we're going. And we finished the year out, and ever since then, I mean, it's been kind of smooth sailing. I've had a ton of confidence in the pen, and whenever we come out here practicing, we're always working on trying to get better. My first couple years going pro is me and my dad going to all the circuit rodeos and that kinds of stuff. And then after a couple years, I talked to Oak Berry, and I wound up staying up there with him for about a year in Oklahoma. And it was just like being here, minus the cooking and Cajun hospitality and stuff. But we got all the practice we wanted. I got to learn a ton from Oak as far as the entering, the strategy as far as the game goes, the rodeo and everything. So he helped me out a ton. And then the following year, I kind of got out on my own and went in with Tyler Pearson, who had been here a bunch whenever we were younger. So like he was a good friend of mine starting out. And then from 15 on, I've been with Tyler Pearson pretty much the entire time.
You know, that philosophy about moving around and working out with different all-pro types where you can learn something from everybody, you're still applying that as a 3-time world champion.
Absolutely, we never stop learning. I mean, from the guys that are over here practicing with me, I'm steadily learning from them. I love going to different guys' practice pens. Like I'll be going to Tyler Pearson's in just a couple weeks. He'll get a different set of eyes on me that haven't been on me in the last 2 months, you know? And then like whenever I first get off the road and I get back home and get back in the pen with Dad, there's a set of eyes that hasn't been seeing me run quite as many steers lately, so they can kind of fine tune and pick things that I need to do. Because I mean, I can go out there and make a good run and be satisfied with the run, but if they see something that they can help me change or make it just a little bit sharper, I mean, I want to be as sharp as I possibly can.
To see more stories like these, visit GetRodeoReady.com.